Yes, that's right. We're gonna do video. We're gonna do a video. Yes, we are. Hello, everyone. Nightfoxx here, welcoming you to I don't even know what to call this video. It's a random video. We're gonna go over a whole bunch of different things. I'm gonna show you my game setup, as well as a few other things that is going on in my life that I don't know. I feel like I need to tell you about since you are a part of my life, pretty much. So let's go ahead and start with what I guess everybody is here for, which is my gaming setup. As you can see, I'm in a random room. This is actually a playroom in our house, but there is one thing about this playroom that is absolutely amazing, and that's right behind these doors right here. So as you can see, this is a closet. It's a pretty cool closet, because if I just do one little thing, don't look, I got a secret combination, and then we open it up, and we have my YouTube setup right here. So, there we go. Okay, so let's take a look at the gaming setup. This is what it looks like just from afar in all its glory. As you can see over here on the left is my 32-inch LCD TV. That's what I use to do all of my recordings. When I'm looking at the screen during the recordings, this is what I look at over here. Over on the right side over here is my 22-inch LCD monitor, which is actually hooked up to this thing right here, which is my 17-inch HP Envy touchscreen notebook. If I will double tap me, the picture of me right here, hopefully I'll pop up. There I am. There's Roblox me. Let's go ahead and exit that out because we don't need it. So yeah, that's my touchscreen computer. And then up here is my HD 1080p webcam. That's actually I think it's a Logitech G920 or something like that. I don't know the exact coding for it or the exact model number, but that's actually what I use for my face cam videos. Then up here is all of my knickknacks. You've got me watching over everything. You've got some random Pokemon cards, random knickknacks for Minecraft and stuff like that. And then over here you've got all the Xbox games that I like to play, as far as also we got some Wii U games here as well, which is also in this room. And then over here on the side we got more knickknacks. We got the USB condenser that is actually used to turn the mic from the type of cable that it actually uses to be able to use a USB, which will plug up into the computer. And speaking of the mic, we've got a Rode NT1A mic. This is actually one that I picked up off of eBay for about $150. It wasn't actually that bad. If you're getting a new mic, I actually recommend looking for a good used mic on like eBay or something like that. Now I'm not gonna actually talk about a lot of the different programs and stuff that I use. Obviously that's something that's important to a lot of people. I use the same programs that I did before in the last gaming setup video I did. You can go check a Tech Tuesday video where I did that. I'll actually leave it down in the description. I do have this right here, which is the capture card. It's a Elgato HD60. It does 1080p. It's not the newest model that they currently have, but it works really well. And the other little beauty thing that I like to use here that's actually brand new that I actually recommend for those that have both the Xbox 360, Wii U, and you record on all of them and you don't like interchanging wires, pick you up one of these. This is the HDMI cable splitter, and so you can have one input going into your HD60 or other capture card and the rest of them going into this thing, and you can actually just by the press of a button change to what you want to actually play. So say I wanted to do Xbox 360. Well, just by the changing of that button right there, now you can see I'm going to be playing on my Xbox 360 instead of my Xbox One. So I've got the Xbox 360 up there, I've got an Xbox One down there, I've got, as far as up here goes, we got a printer, which is for office things. I've got this thing right here, which is my, I guess, computer speakers. So if I want to rock out doing some edits and stuff like that, pull it on Pandora or Spotify or something, and I can just rock out from my computer and it'll come out to these awesome speakers up here at the top. Over there is a guitar amp. Back here is a guitar. You might be able to see it. Yeah, there's an electric guitar, and I actually use that to play the Rocksmith game. Every once in a while I'll bust it out. If you're just learning guitar, definitely recommend picking up either, hang on, let me get them out, either the Rocksmith game or, even better, the Rocksmith 2014 edition. Those are some awesome games to learn the guitar on, and you have a lot of fun, especially if you've liked Guitar Hero or a rock band or anything back when they were really popular. Okay, so that's the gaming setup video. Alright. So now that we've done all of that and we've talked about everything, now it's time to basically just talk about some things that are going to be going on between now and I guess for over the next month or so. I'm moving again. And I know I just moved like 2 months ago. For those that don't have Twitter and don't really know my situation outside of, I guess, the YouTube channel as a whole, basically the place that we moved into was going to be a temporary stop. We knew that we were going to be moving again, we just didn't know how long that temporary was going to end up being. So it turns out it was only about 2 months, and so we have to move again. But this time, we're not just moving, you know, across town or across the neighborhood, across the street even. We are moving pretty much across the country. Wait, let me just show you. Hang on. Okay. Alright, there we go. Can somebody hit the like? I'm just kidding, there's not really anybody here. It was just me the whole time. Okay, so this is a map of the United States. To give you a bit of an illustration of what I'm going to be doing. Right now, currently, I live right here in Florida, about right in this region, okay? I am going to be moving from here all the way up to up here, which is in Pennsylvania, right around in the Philadelphia area. So this little stint from here all the way up to here, this is about an 18-hour drive. And this is the trek that we are going to have to go to move all of our stuff. And we have a house full of items here. I mean, it takes us, we moved from right here to right here, which is about just right down the street. It took us 5 days to do it. So you can imagine the nightmare that is about to happen for us. It's a big life change. You know, we've never been up in this region. I think the furthest north I've been is like right around in here in the Tennessee area. So I've never been in this area at all. I'm really excited. I'm really nervous. But a lot of good things are coming for the family. So we're going to be doing this. But what that means is that because all of this is happening, not much of this is going to be happening at all. And it's kind of like, I wish that I had more time to upload and plan, but it kind of all happened all of a sudden. Like in a week, I started looking for a job and I got a job, and then they wanted me to start in 2 weeks. And it was like from, you know, me having more time to do this to me having no time at all to do any of it. When will I come back? Okay, well, let's discuss that really quickly. So this is the month of November. This is around today's date right here when I'm making this. This is probably when it's going to go live, somewhere in this. I am actually planning on moving somewhere between the 4th and the 5th, maybe sometime in between this week. It hasn't been landed proper 100% yet, but I am going to be moving sometime in this area. Now, when I'm coming back is sometime this week right here, maybe this week right here. I don't know. There's a lot of factors at play. Once we get up there and stuff, I've got to get, you know, a lot of things changed. I got to get utilities for the houses that we're in. We got to get moved in. We got to get kids registered in school. And I've got to get registered with my job and stuff. So just plan on sometime around the end of November, around in the Thanksgiving area for those that actually celebrate Thanksgiving in the U.S. This is probably the week that I'm going to be coming back. So until this awkward transition. Yeah, that happened. I don't know, my other camera just randomly cut out. I don't even know where it cut out. I was just talking and showing my awesome presentation that I had, and it just randomly cut out on me, and I didn't know it until I finished the presentation. So basically everything that I was trying to say was all leading up to this. And that is, I want to thank all of you guys for being patient. I know that consistency in uploading almost daily, or, you know, on a certain time period and certain videos per day, per week, that way you always know what to expect, when to expect it. I understand that that's a big part of a successful YouTube channel. And I feel that that's part of my downfall as far as a YouTube channel, something that I constantly try to get better at. But, you know, life has its really funny way of just rearing up and changing everything, and just, I don't know, sometimes it gets in the way, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. You know, I started YouTube a little bit later in life. A lot of people start their channels when they're kids, or when they're teenagers, or when they're like in their early 20s, when, you know, they're just getting started out trying to figure out what they could do with their lives. And I've already figured that out for myself. You know, I've got a full-time job. I've been in a career for about 8 years now, and I've got a wife and 2 kids, and I've got a life outside of YouTube. Like, there's a lot of things outside of YouTube that I have to do on a daily basis. And so because of that, YouTube has to take a back seat a lot. And I understand that that's not necessarily a bad thing, but whenever you have people wanting to see a channel or a video from you every single day and they don't, you know, they get tired easier and they can leave a lot easier as well. So I don't know, that's something I still need to work on. Maybe one of these days I'll figure out that balance that needs to happen. I just haven't figured it out yet, pretty much. Now, something like that, I don't know if it really actually matters to you. I know as far as you and I and our relationship goes, it's mainly YouTube. I know you guys care about, you know, what goes on with this family in a sense, but you're here because I upload videos for you guys to watch every day. And I love doing that for you. I regret that I've spent a lot of my life, you know, doing other things and not having the confidence enough to upload videos. You know, I've always had the skill set. I've known how to edit videos, and I've known how to play video games since I was in high school. I've learned a lot about stuff like that, and I knew YouTube existed, and I've watched it for years, but I just never had the confidence enough to, you know, to try it out for myself, and that's probably my biggest regret to this day. So yeah, that's about it. You know, things are happening, things are changing. I am going to be gone for a little bit, and I hope you understand that. If you decide to leave and you decide to go, you know, venture off elsewhere into the YouTube realm and find some other people to watch on a daily basis, I can't stop you. Only thing I can do is ask that you check in on me from time to time. As soon as December rolls around, we're going to be right back into the middle of it. I'm going to take a look at some new series and some old series and see what needs to change, maybe get rid of some of my less popular things and start doing more of my more popular things, just because I want to keep things interesting for you guys. I mean, you guys are the driving force of my channel. If something isn't working, it's probably because you don't enjoy it and I need to change it. So that's what I'm going to keep in mind. While I am gone, I'm going to be active on Twitter, and I'm going to be active in my YouTube discussion page. There's a discussion tab in the YouTube that I've completely cleared out. If you have to ask me any questions on there, you can. For those that don't have Twitter, I understand that not everybody can have Twitter, but my DMs are open on Twitter. If you do have it, you can ask me a question there. I will be available pretty much anytime then. I just won't have the ability to upload videos for at least a few weeks or so. And the other time I'm going to be really busy with the move. So I think that's it. I think that's everything. You know, this has just been kind of a low-key video. I understand it kind of got serious at the end. But we're going to do it. You know, we're still here. We're not leaving. We're going to be doing some more things. The new year's coming up. More things, more changes. We're constantly changing channel. That's what we're here for. You know, we change with the times. People grow up, move on. New people come in. We see new faces. That's it. That's all there is to it. One last thing, I do want to thank you all for 10,000 subscribers. I was going to do a video on it, but then obviously with the life changes that came out of nowhere, I wasn't able to do it. It kind of made me upset that I didn't have anything planned, and it was semi-unexpected. I mean, we've just been growing so much faster lately that I like, you blink and you're there. So I have nothing planned, and it kind of sucks. So I do apologize about that. Don't think that I'm not thankful, because I am. Oh my gosh, 10,000 subscribers. That is 10,000 people that watch me, well, not every day, but at least know about my channel and have liked it enough to hit that subscribe button because they wanted to see more. And, you know, I grew up in a town that had less than 10,000 people in it. Like, that's crazy to think about. A whole town that I grew up in, and I've got more people watching my channel than the town that I lived in for years. Like, it's just an insane number. And I have you guys to thank. Like, without you, obviously I don't have a channel at all. I mean, you guys are the driving force of my channel. You don't like a video, you don't like a series, I end the series, I do something else.
You like to see new and different things, I try to think of new editing tricks to show you, to showcase, and you know, have you be like, oh wow, that's really cool. Like, I get so much satisfaction out of making awesome videos that'll make you smile. That is the reason I'm doing YouTube, for you. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. I don't know what videos are going to be coming out. I'm going to try to do more uploads and stuff between now and the time I come back. It all depends on what kind of time I have, which as it stands right now isn't very much. But I will try to at least schedule some videos out. That way it's not just 3 weeks of nothing. You know, I'll try to have some stuff out between here and there. Don't write me off. I'll see you soon. Until then, stay foxy, everybody, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.